Hey, it's Gene Bleeker, the eyes, ears, and voice of real estate business in the community. And I am so excited about our guest today. It's not the first time he's been on the program, it's number two. Everybody say hello to my dear friend Anthony Bedgood. Anthony, how are you, my brother?
I am doing great. Great to see you, Gene. Thank you for having me.
Well, you know what? I love having you on the program, but for two different reasons. Because I know you have news that you want to share, but I just got to say congratulations on your new engagement that you just posted on Facebook up
Thank
in
you.
the Northern Lights. So congratulations there.
Yes, absolutely. And funny thing about it is that this was an opportunity for I've never been to Iceland before, and to do that engagement under the Northern Lights was a pretty amazing opportunity. But when I got back, my single friends who are dating people were not very happy with me setting the bar that high. So,
You know what? You know what? They got to step up to the plate, right? So I'm going
absolutely,
to change your name from Bedgood to Bed Great, if that's okay.
100%.
Because they got a lot to learn, you know? So if you're going to do it, you're going to do it right.
You got to do it right. Exactly. She was happy with it, and that's the most important thing. So,
Exactly. Because you and I both know happy wife, happy life. Get
100%.
it, got it done.
Yep.
Bravo. So 2025,
Yes.
you are now the new president for the Southland Regional Association of Realtors. So congratulations to you. But
Thank you
can you
very much.
tell some of our viewers what's the Southland Regional Association and what role do you play in it?
So, thank you very much. The last time I was on your podcast, I was the brand new president-elect in 2024. So it's been a year of learning and preparing for this presidential year in 2025. And, I've been excited about this, and it's been a goal of mine for quite some time. But to answer your question, the Southland Regional Association of Realtors is our local real estate association. We're chartered by the National Association of Realtors, of course, and, follow the chain of NAR to CAR to your local. But as a local association, what we do is we provide a space of so that our membership can receive education and resources, and we are advocates for real estate law and property rights and home ownership for all through legislation in our local, state, and national political scene as well. So we are a board that promotes professionalism, ethics, and also training and resources, as well as advocacy through legislation.
Okay, you used a couple of words that some of our viewers might know what it means.
Okay.
NAR and CAR. Can you
Yes.
explain what that is?
Yes. So those are, CARs, our California Association of Realtors, which is our state association, as well as the National Association of Realtors, which is our national representation, right? So it's kind of you're kind of a link in the chain, right? So national covers all of the country, whereas California is based in our California legislation and politics and ethics and property specific legislation, and then it boils down to on the more micro level our local association, which is SRAR, which covers the San Fernando Valley and Santa Clarita Valley, respectively, and is always in the neighborhood of about 10,000 members. So,
I was going to say, how many members does that hold? And 10,000, that's your golden nugget.
yeah, we are one of the largest associations in California.
So Anthony,
I'm sorry, my son is also on this podcast.
he's allowed to be on the podcast. That's okay. Happy family, happy life. So
Absolutely.
you got a little gray on the bottom,
Just a
right?
little,
A
just a
little
little.
gray. So can you tell me why would you take on such an exhausting responsibility for such a huge organization? It's
Uh,
not like you don't have any time in your day, you
I,
know?
I I feel like I've been asked this question a lot lately. That's well, so that is an interesting question, and one of the main things about that is, I was taught at a young age from my mother that as a human being, one of our jobs in our lives is to be of service, and um, it was very important that she taught that to her children, saying that whatever that is, whether you're in the military or in law enforcement, or help through your community, whatever religious institutions that you belong to, or through your community. I've been a youth basketball coach, which I find a lot of helps my soul, and I really enjoy teaching youth. But in my industry, I really connected with giving time and service to this industry that I've fallen in love with, right? Coming up as an unknown agent and having people take the time in their careers to help me out and guide me really showed me a path to how can I help build our
Right.
industry, especially locally in Santa Clarita. I have a really strong connection to our community out here, and it just struck a chord. I was like, this is how I can serve my industry, my fellow human beings, and this is something that I have passion for. Yeah, it's difficult, and especially over the last couple of years, we've had some fundamentally groundbreaking changes that have happened in our industry. And what a time to be in leadership. But ultimately, leadership is not about ego. It's not about my particular goals. It's about being of service. And when you're a leader at a high level, that means you're the highest servant, right? So that is something that is extremely important to me, and it's about how can I help the people of my community, the people who are in my industry, the people that I'm in the trenches with every single day. How can I help them better their careers and reach their goals?
And I agree. I mean, I think taking that leadership responsibility, you tell the agents what they need to know, but you do it in such a calming way. I think that's what they really appreciate about you.
Well, I appreciate that.
Well,
I hope everyone feels that way.
right from the heart, my brother, right from my heart. So, can any real estate agent be a part of the association?
Absolutely, absolutely. And we would say that every real estate agent should be involved with the association, because again, you don't have to be involved with the association to be a real estate salesperson, but what you can actually get from the association, there's a whole lot of benefits that people don't think about or pay attention to or know about, unfortunately. And I think that that's something from our level that we have to get better at. This is Grayson, by the
Hi,
way.
Grayson. Great for being on the program.
But as far as advocacy resources, there's a lot of people, especially again, I'll bring it back to kind of the times that we've just been going through, who didn't have resources or anybody to ask questions to when laws changed and forms have changed and our business practices have changed. And I am also, I'm a leader in my Keller Williams brokerage, but large brokerages such as ours, we have a lot of training, and we have a lot of education, and we have a lot of access to information. But some smaller brokerages and independent real estate agents out there don't necessarily have the resources that we give our agents here. So the association is a really good outlet for those that don't have a lot of resources out there on their own.
You'll be a good backing. You know what I mean? And that's what
Absolutely.
they need. They need a good lift up.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
love that. I love that. So, can you go into a little bit more detail about what the association does for real estate agents in your own
Sure.
words?
We have, and here's the thing is that, I'll take responsibility for this because, I am the 2025 president, and buck stops here. But we need to do a better job of making sure that our membership knows the benefits that they're already paying into. And that is something that we're planning on doing, and we've been planning for a while, is getting out and just being um, in the faces of our agents a lot more. We have to stop waiting for agents to come to us to find out what we can do for them, as we need to be out front letting them know what we will do for them. So, but one of those things that we do many things, but member benefits come as simply as we offer so many discounts and partnerships and relationships with tech in our industry, and just benefits of simply like medical insurance or copies from different places or rental car. I mean, like there's so many things that just being involved with the association and the partnerships that we have will really benefit as far as stuff like that. But we also provide a lot of education. We have commercial courses. We have pretty much every course you can think of, partnered with CRMLS as well. Trainings on best practices and new forms and guidelines and things that are always changing. And all of our forms change once or twice a year, with things that happen in our industry, people getting sued for certain things, and we have to add another disclosure and understanding those disclosures. So, um, you know, education first off and foremost. I mean, there's benefits and partnerships that people are paying for services that they don't necessarily have to pay for because we're in partnerships with a lot of different things and a lot of different sources, and always getting into new partnerships with new tech and new affiliates getting into our space. But also, again, one of the major things that I think is often overlooked is the advocacy that we provide for our industry. Going to Sacramento every single year and really talking to our legislators about what are the things that we need as an industry so that we can help our clients and our consumers, is really one of the things that pushes the needle. So,
Okay, so I hope this is a fair question for me to ask you, but you
sure.
use the word consumer a lot because
Yes.
I know you're completely, totally consumer driven. So what, in your words, does the association do for the consumer?
Well, and I think that first and foremost, education is key, right? We are a resource for also the consumer for finding out about what's going on in the markets and what's happening again at an advocacy level, as far as people don't understand some of the bills and propositions and some of the legislation that are put forward through our local and state governments. Um, and some of us in the industry have a hard time kind of deciphering what these things mean and what impact they're going to have, because on a voter card, it doesn't explain what the financial impact of whatever proposition, whatever letter is going to have on our specific community. And then once we see our property tax bill go up, or we have something else that happens and we're looking at our property taxes and it's shot up, and it's like, well, it's because we voted for that and no one gave me the education on why this is good and why it's bad. This is, we're one of those resources that can explain that. That's one of the things that we get oftentimes from being involved with the association. And a lot of our members, unfortunately, because we're swamped with a lot of emails from SRAR and CAR, we get notified of these things and how we can help, but they end up going in the junk mail. But it's our job to really let people know what is important, what's happening in our election cycle right now that we really need to focus on, and how can we spread that knowledge throughout our community.
I mean, it's got to be tough. I mean, servicing 10,000 real estate agents, you know what I mean? As
Sure.
well as, being that voice for the consumer and letting the consumer know about everything that you're doing for them. I mean, what a task that is. I mean, you're not a one-man show. So can you
No.
tell me a little bit more about you and your team and your staff and everything that goes on behind the scenes?
Oh, I'm so glad to, actually. Thank you for saying that, because no, and again, like I said earlier, this isn't about me. This is not my association. It's ours. It belongs to the membership, and we volunteer to help and make sure that there is a voice from the membership that's steering the ship, right? So, and it definitely doesn't come from me. It comes from the board of directors, who are a great group of people that come together and use their time to dedicate to making sure they advocate for our members and their consumers, as well as the SRA, our staff and our CEO, from the top all the way down to the person who was just hired at the association, do so much every single day to make sure that our members are well taken care of. The people who answer the phones to the top decision makers are doing it from a place of how do we continue to bring value and that level of professionalism to our membership. So, our CEO Valerie is amazing. Our board of directors this year were really, people who take time out of their busy schedules, their careers. A lot of people are business owners and have families, and we spend a lot of time working together to make sure that we are putting forward great initiatives and great partnerships that help our industry. It takes a lot of time and effort, and these people have been doing it for, some are brand new to it and throwing their hat into the ring for the first time. And that's something that we as a board have been really focused on, is making sure that we get some new and fresh ideas, as well as foster the ideas and the hard work of people who have come before us. But there's a large team of people who dedicate a lot of time and effort towards making our industry better and helping our professionals. Nicole Stinson is our president-elect for 2025, so she's going to be the 2026 president, and she dedicates a whole lot of time to both valleys as well. And
Yeah, she does.
I'm nothing without everybody else that I work with.
But you know what? What great energy and synergy that you've created with this organization, surrounding yourself with Nicole Stinson and other board of directors and your personal staff and your new CEO. I think everybody working together and in tandem. I think that is just a great attribute that you bring to the table.
Thank you so much. And again, it's for the membership. That's why we do everything. It's for the membership, not for any other reason.
Absolutely. So, can you tell me for 2025, what's your mission for your industry this year?
Well, so my personal mission, I could read you the mission statement from from our
I
website.
want your personal mission.
But my personal mission, and again, our last year's president, Bob Kalsa, fell into a year of, we're the NAR lawsuit and all of the things that were going on. I think we needed to spend a lot of time kind of looking at like procedure and our, how we're delivering forms. And we had to spend a lot of time with that side of the industry. And I think that, unfortunately, because of the timing of all of that, we didn't really get an opportunity to be out in front of the membership as much as we would like, except for from a response of what do we need to do for this lawsuit and how our industry is changing. So this year, I think Nicole and I and everybody else on the board, we're really going to focus on bringing value to the membership, being in front of our members and seeing what their needs are as a entity that can help them increase their business or
Right.
take it to the next level. How are we going to help them leverage us to put more dollars in their pocket? I think is what we are really, really focused on is being a belly-to-belly partner with our membership.
Absolutely. And this whole NAR thing, I mean, that's a whole new discussion once the smoke clears
Sure,
and we're ready to discuss that further. I would love to get you back to talk about that. But I
absolutely.
know there's a lot more to learn, a lot more to know, and I'm sure legal is still working on these issues, correct?
And it's ever changing, I mean, like day to day, it's still changing. We're getting updates to our forms where, things were just like, take it back to 2020 when we were starting out with the pandemic, and we had these forms that we had to get signed before we stepped onto a property, and how quickly those forms would change based on the need and how everything, so things like that are happening where our standard contracts are getting revisions because of these new changes to our industry. So you said it perfectly. When the dust settles and we know exactly which direction we are going to be in for the remainder, we'll be able to speak more clearly on it. But we're just going to keep moving along and going with the changes and keep teaching.
Well, you know what? And I think moving along is a smart idea. But you keep telling me when we've had conversations about new initiatives that are coming to the table. Are there any that you're most excited about for 2025?
Yes, I'm very much so. And I love the opportunity to talk about this because it's very near and dear to my heart. I am an advocate for behavioral therapy. Like that used to be, mental health awareness has really come into the forefront and is no longer as stigmatized as it used to be. I'm a huge believer in everybody needs somebody to talk to about their issues and their stress and everything like that. So one of the initiatives that we're bringing, and me and the CEO have really been trying to get off the ground for a while, and we're excited to be able to do that this year. Is that there's going to be a partnership with a group, and some of the other large associations in California have already started doing it, and we're kind of taking the model and running with it. But there is a group. I'll get more into detail as we're getting closer to its launch, but it's called the Raw Group, and it's like for real estate realtors and affiliates wellness group is
Okay.
what it deals with. But it's
I like the acronym.
the we love acronyms, don't we? But stress, anxiety, depression, dealings with loss, problems with addiction, problems in life are very common in our industry. We don't like to talk about it very much, but it's coming off the last few years. Stress, anxiety, depression have been huge. People leaving the industry, people unfortunately having heart attacks, and we've lost a couple of agents in our brokerage and dealing with the pain from that. And a lot of people don't realize that there's help out there and people that are willing to listen. And we figured that this is a great opportunity for us as an association to provide a safe space where we can have people come in anonymously and kind of deal with their issues. It's not anything that's recorded or anything like that. It's we are going to in some way provide a space where people can talk about those serious mental issues that they're dealing with and find help and support. And I think that it's very timely considering, again, the stress and the anxiety that we face just in the recent changes in our industry. But this is an industry of high stress and high anxiety as it is. Every function that we go to is we see people who are either struggling or every single it's funny, you go to any sort of meeting and there is secretly a lot of different spaces where there are support groups, but because people don't like to admit that they don't have everything under control, but none of us always have everything under control all the time. So we're making a space where people who don't usually have an outlet or don't feel like they have a safe space to talk about some of the issues that they're having can go in and amongst people that they understand, that speak the same language and of real estate.
Like-minded people,
Right.
right?
Can go, hey, I struggle with that too. Like, what do you do for it? So
You
it's
know what? I think that's a great idea, Anthony. And I'm going to tell you, I've been in the business for a long time. These real estate agents, when they join real estate, they're independent contractors.
yeah,
They work on their own. They get to work on their own comfort zone on when do I want to wake up? When do I want to go to bed? How much hours a
yeah,
day do I want to work? How much hours a day I don't want to work? Where do I want to spend my time? What's more income producing? I mean, that's stressful just in its own right?
yeah, yeah.
So I can understand that people have challenges on what they need to be doing every day. But I think talking about it and venting and having these open discussions, I mean, I think that's absolutely brilliant on what you're bringing to the table. So I think this initiative is going to be amazing.
And again, it not being about me or ego or it's not going to be, the leadership of SRAR sitting there and doing a panel. It's going to be the people kind of running it themselves. It's not going, it's just going to be a support group that we provide the space for.
Well,
So
you need my help with this. You've got my support on that one, without a doubt.
absolutely, absolutely.
So, this market, real estate, it's a very challenging market because I think a lot of real estate agents, when they get into the business, they feel business is going to come to their way automatically,
Yeah.
you know. But if you were a new agent,
Mhm.
new or newer to the business, what advice would you like to give a newer agent about growing their real estate careers?
Well, that's
I know it's a tough question, but
it is and it isn't. And here, and I'm going to give maybe a stronger dose of reality, but in this industry, we have a very large attrition rate, as just generally speaking. even at the national level, because and you made this point earlier, is that we are independent contractors, and people who go from working for somebody else into owning their own small business, which all of us do, right? As realtors, like we own our own small business, don't understand the difference between the two, right? I often use this analogy when I'm talking to new agents coming into our brokerage, is that yeah, you are an independent contractor, which means, you own your own business. If you had a brick and mortar and you were sold hardware, and you decided that you're going to take 4 days out of the week off, are you going to be able to buy the inventory to keep your store and your doors open? So you have to treat it as a business, correct? But a lot of people don't have the education to do that, and that's one of the things that we need to do better at, in providing understanding on how you run a business.
Exactly.
But what I
Exactly.
would say is that, and it was something that one of my previous the person that I worked with on a team in real estate earlier on, told me the simplest answer I've ever had to that question. And I said, what do you attribute to your success? And he's like, I go to the office every day. Like, that was it. I was like, what? And he's like, I go to work. That's
Right.
all. He's like, I'm not going to complicate it. I'm not going to say I do this, that, or the other thing. And by work, what he meant was he goes into the office, sits down, and he lead generates for a certain amount of time every single day. There's no magic pill, and we talk about, you mentioned it earlier about, people are expecting to come in and just get this large book of business, but this isn't, pre-internet, when real estate brokerages had the keys, and, all the keys, and were the gatekeepers, and had a book of all the listings, and people had to walk into a brokerage to, we don't have that anymore. I haven't had people walk into the brokerage since, I've been here. So,
No, exactly. Exactly.
so we have to generate the business, and we do that through lead generation, and that's as simple as it is. And people can go to classes, and either at a large brokerage, or to the association, and they can sit through every single class and learn everything that they need to do. But if they don't go out and apply that knowledge to lead generation, and they aren't going out and having conversations, and they're not going to generate business, and unfortunately, they're not going to be a small business owner for very long.
Yeah, it's funny that you use the word lead generation, because I think that is the proper terminology. Back in the 80s, it was called farming,
Yeah.
planting seeds, and
Yes.
that's why they called it farming. To see if you're planting the seeds, you got to invest in the seeds just to see what's going to sprout, where you can make more connections, more
Yeah.
leads. But I think agents don't spend enough time doing that.
Yeah.
They need to be doing that all the time, because they assume um, that this is not how they want to do business. But if it's not paying their bills, if they don't walk away that night and putting their head on the pillow and saying, "Hey, I made a difference in my business," what are they thinking?
Yeah, absolutely. And ultimately, and I think that people can level up with, and I'm not, we educate. That's what we love to do. And there's so many different ways for agents to become successful in this industry. And it's very rewarding when something connects with an agent, where they're like, wow, that's exactly how I want to that's my voice in lead generation, and figuring that out, because some people are cold callers, some people are door knockers, some people can throw parties, whatever it needs to be. But there isn't one way to become you know become successful in this industry. There's so many different ones, but the base of it all is getting out there and having conversations, right? When
Exactly.
my first year in real estate, somebody told me I wasn't going to get a deal until I was at least a year in, and I got my first deal in my first month. Did I know what I was doing? Absolutely not. But I had people behind me that could help. But I wasn't afraid of going out and meeting people and telling them that I am a realtor. And I think that people getting into the industry, they're like, oh, I'm so new, I don't want to tell people that I'm a realtor, because they're afraid of either somebody asking them a question that they don't know how to answer, or I haven't been doing this long enough, so they won't take me seriously. It's, you went out and you got the license for it, and you took the classes, and you've gone to the networking. Like, go out there and be proud of it, and tell people that you're
Exactly.
here to help them, and people will give you business.
Love that. All right, so we're almost done with our time, Mr. President. Any final thoughts, any comments that you want to share with our audience today before we sign off?
Well, no, I'm really excited for 2025. I'm very much into energy and positivity and opportunity. And throughout 2024, I know 2024 was a very high stress, very difficult time in our industry. But throughout 2024, I just had this amazing sort of feeling that we are gearing up for an amazing 2025. I'm really excited and very proud to be in the position that I am to be able to serve my community and my membership in 2025 as president. And I think that a lot of people are going to be very excited, and I think that this industry is really going to there was a heaviness for a while, and I think that we are going to start feeling a little bit of a lighter air and people being very successful in this next year, and I'm excited to see it.
Me too. Anthony, I just got to say thank you so much for serving our community. You're very exceptional at what you do, and I appreciate you so very much, as well as our viewers. You are so great at what you do. So thank you so much. Boys and girls, you have a great day. We'll see you next week. And once again, thanks for watching Genius Thoughts, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you,
Bye.
Gene. Bye, everybody.
Hi, everybody. It is Scott, the Mortgage Doc, with the exclusive academy for real estate professionals. Here, giving a shout out to all these incredible listings this week, and Happy New Year, by the way. And we've got some incredible listings, so let's jump right into them. We have a listing by Craig Martin at 709,800. This is at 27765 Dyer Way in Canyon Country, California, 91387. It is a 3-bed, 3-bath. Living square feet on this one is 1,424 square feet. So this home was built in 2021 by KB Homes. It offers modern amenities and is conveniently located just across from Vista Canyon Park, ideal for families with active little ones. As you step inside, you'll find an upgraded kitchen featuring stunning quartz countertops, a spacious kitchen island. The open concept layout allows for easy interaction between the kitchen and living room, which is bathed in natural light, creating a warm and inviting atmosphere for family gatherings. The living space extends seamlessly to a private side yard patio, complete with low maintenance and concrete, perfect for outdoor play and relaxation. The main floor also includes a bathroom and access to the attached 2-car garage, adding both comfort and functionality. Upstairs, you'll find all 3 generously sized bedrooms, a full bathroom, and a laundry room for added convenience. The large primary bedroom is a peaceful retreat featuring an ensuite bathroom with double sinks, a walk-in shower, and a walk-in closet. Plenty of space for all your essentials. Beautiful listing there. All right. We have a listing with Craig Martin at 774,800. And this is at 27501 Nestor Court in Canyon Country, California, 91351. This is a 4-bed, 3-bath. Living square feet on this one is 1,969 square feet. Welcome to this beautiful home in the heart of Santa Clarita. As you walk through the front door, you're greeted by a large living room and dining room area, ideal for family gatherings and entertaining guests. This expansive kitchen features ample cabinet space, generous countertops, and a small island that opens to a cozy family room, complete with a fireplace. The layout makes it easy to interact with loved ones while preparing meals or relaxing. From the family room, step into the beautifully landscaped backyard featuring stone pavers and a charming rock pathway that could be turned into a creek, adding serenity to the space. The backyard can be accessed from both the family room and dining room, perfect for indoor and outdoor living. The main floor also includes a half bath and a convenient laundry room. Beautiful listing there. All right, Elgin Walker, we have a listing at 749,777. And this is at 13043 Corican Street, San Fernando, California, 91340. And this is a 3-bed, 3-bath. Living square feet on this one is 1,523 square feet. So discover this beautifully rehabbed home with a versatile den, family room in the heart of an established San Fernando neighborhood. The home offers over 1,500 square feet of living space and on a 7,500 square foot lot, blending modern amenities with timeless comfort. Step inside to find an open, bright floor plan filled with natural light, accented by new recessed lighting, fresh paint, and brand new flooring throughout. The spacious den family room provides versatility for a home office, playroom, or an additional living space. The large backyard offers endless possibilities for outdoor enjoyment, whether for a garden, pool, or gathering space. Located in a sought-after San Fernando neighborhood, close to schools, parks, shopping, and dining, there is also plenty of room to add an ADU, buyer to do their own investigation. Don't miss this chance to make this home yours. Beautiful listing there. All right, Elgin Walker, we have a listing at 799,777, and this is at 14601 Camellia Hill Way, Santa Clarita, California, 91387. And it is a 4-bed, 2-bath, 1,362 square feet. So welcome to this stunning home on a spacious 7,067 square foot corner lot in Canyon Country. This beauty offers a bright and airy living space with plenty of natural light enhancing the open layout. The chef's kitchen features upgraded flooring, sleek countertops, and an ample cabinetry, perfect for all your culinary needs. Recent updates include a brand new roof, an upgraded air and heating systems for year-round comfort. The well-maintained backyard is an entertainer's dream, with plenty of room for relaxation, play, or gardening. The attached garage has potential for an office space, complete with lighting and electricity, ideal for remote work or hobbies. The property offers a perfect blend of charm, convenience, and value. Schedule your private tour today. All right. And Victoria Camacho, we have a listing at 580,000. And this is at 3961 Via Marisol, apartment number 233, Los Angeles, California, 90042. And this is 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. Living square feet on this one is 1,011 square feet. So discover your dream condo in Monterey Hills. This charming home is perfect for first-time buyers or investors. Enjoy a bright, open floor plan with wood flooring and plenty of storage space, offering a great foundation to make your own. The living room opens to a private balcony, ideal for morning coffee, relaxing, or hosting guests. The cozy dining area flows into a well-appointed kitchen with ample counter and cabinet space, ready for your culinary creativity. Both bedrooms are generously sized with roomy closets, with the bathrooms offer extra storage and practicality. The resort-style amenities, including a sparkling pool, relaxing spa, and a convenient community laundry facilities. Located near parks, dining, shopping, freeway access, schedule a tour today and imagine the possibilities. Man, and this is just an incredible shout out to these incredible listings we had starting off this wonderful new year, and happy new year to all of you. Again, this is Scott the Mortgage Doc signing off with the exclusive academy for real estate professionals. Bye, everybody.